Hey, it's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Today is Nostalgia Friday, and today we're going to talk about my first camera, the Pentax K1000. So here it is, my first camera, the Pentax K1000. This camera was a legend in its time and taught many generations how to shoot film, including yours truly. I started using this camera back in high school and I fell in love with it. It was my first real SLR. Underneath there was a little watch battery, and that was for the internal light meter. The viewfinder was kind of small. I think I had an eye cup for this at one point. So you can see this lens. This is my old lens here. It's a zoom. It's a 3.5 to 22. It's a 28 to 70 millimeter zoom. It has the old school depth of field chart on there with all the lines, and it even has a macro feature. It had a flash sync speed of 60, which was pretty good. And it went from 1000 shutter speed all the way down to bulb mode. And I also have the original manual. It had great information how to operate this camera. Well, I forgot to put my light on back there in the intro, and now it's on in the bookshelf. So I hope you like that little explanation of this little camera here. It's a special camera to me. Actually, I did my first professional gig with this. My mother wrote for a small newspaper on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, where I grew up, and she convinced the editor for me to shoot the photos for her stories, and it was just black and white. And I did a bunch back then. I think I got paid $10 for a photo in the local newspaper, so it has special memories. And then in high school, I used this a lot to, develop in the dark room that we had at the high school. So this camera has a great shutter sound. Here it is. There's no film in this. So I will try to put some film into this camera. I do need a new Pentax lens. This one is quite fogged up from fungus over the years, and that's something you got to keep an eye on. But again, this is going on 40 years old, this camera and this lens. But this camera is in great shape. I've left it on a shelf for many decades, and again, it has a special place in my heart, and I'm never going to get rid of it. You can buy these cameras on eBay anywhere from $35 to a couple $100. They're great basic cameras to learn how to shoot film if you've never done it. Before you go out and spend a lot of money on an expensive film camera, this is a good alternative, and the lenses again are cheap as well. They're only like $25, $30, $50 for these Pentax lenses, but I believe there could be an adapter for this to put different glass on here, and that's something, again, I could look into. I'd like to try something different than these old Pentax lenses. This is a kind of a slow lens. It's a 3.5 aperture. So to get a 2.8 or a 1.8 on this camera would be interesting, because I've never done it before. I've only shot with this Pentax zoom lens. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nostalgia Friday, and I'll see you on the next one.